So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. It is Wednesday. That means we got behind the badge today. And Acting Sergeant Greenwich will actually be joining us this morning. All right? In the meantime, we want to get down to brass tacks very quickly here because we're going to touch base with Greenwich at 6:30. So we got to get in a few calls before that. And Greenwich will come in on the same topic. As a matter of fact, there are a few articles in the paper this morning that I want to ask Greenwich about. I don't know how many of it you'll be able to answer. All right. Some questions might be above his pay grade. Who knows? All right, but we'll see what happens when we get behind the badge. We have Passage on in the second hour as we take it through this Wednesday morning. So, front page of the paper this morning. Alexander and 3 cops discredited. Case against man accused of shooting at police collapses. And then you have murdered youth footballer laid to rest. Tears for Zwade. Yeah, that's youth man, boy. Boy, senseless killing, senseless. The testimony of 4 policemen, including Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, in a case of a man who was charged with shooting at police over 20 years ago, has been discredited by a judge who delivered his verdict in the case on May 27th. As a result, Shafford Court, Port of Spain resident Ken Foster walked free after the judge dismissed the evidence of Alexander and 3 officers, as well as the evidence of a police photographer in the judge-only trial. Foster was charged with shooting with intent to cause grievous bodily harm to officers Roger Alexander, Philip Forbes, Andrew Lawrence, and Victor Graham on April 3, 2002, along with illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition. You could read further in that story, and I suppose find out why their testimony was discredited. But, once again, it never ceases to amaze me that this is a matter 20 years old. 20 years old. 2 decades. 150,000 bail for cop charged with stealing bulletproof vests. Hey, Lord. Yeah, the police and the paper, this were like they know today's behind the badge. Like they know, you know what I mean? Like they know that now, boy. Latest in series of attacks on business family. Man fatally shot while in traffic. Claxon Bay man stabbed to death during an argument. Man robbed shortly after Beetham crash. A man was robbed on the Beetham highway minutes after surviving an early morning car crash. Let me see, boy. The man managed to escape the wreck without any life-threatening injuries. But while waiting for help to arrive, a group of men came from the direction of Beetham Gardens and announced a robbery. They stole his gold chain valued $15,000, an iPhone 8 cell phone worth $1,000 and $500 in cash. That's now, eh? I have a question though. This happened at 1 a.m., right? So, forgive me just for asking. I mean, maybe I could be mistaken. Do a police park up on the highway, on the side of the highway, specifically to deal with situations like this? Fellas? When it is have police in the northbound and in the eastbound and the westbound lane, park up on the side of the road, and they are there to, is it not offer roadside assistance in situations like that? Because it's sure as hell, they ain't have no speed gun. I could tell you that, because people is pass them, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So they park up on the side there on the Beetham. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, what part of the beat, I don't know. You see why the man was waiting for help to arrive, the man get robbed, which is par for the course in that area. Who vex I say that at the business? And if you're vexed I say that, you shut down on the beat. Tell me how it work out for you. Police promise transparency, but body cam footage won't be released. Amid a recent spate of police-involved shootings, some fatal, comes an assurance that all investigations into these incidents will be done with full transparency. However, any footage of these incidents captured via body cam will not be released to the public. Why? You see, all the point in Greenwich, and I'm in a real corner this morning now, Then where's the purpose of having the body cam? For all you alone to see and all you alone to judge? This from legal office in the TTPS, Corporal Zahir Ali, as he spoke at a press conference on May 27 at Police Administration Building in Port of Spain. And they said the notable increase in police-involved shootings this year compared to the same period for last year has been described as disturbing by Police Complaints Authority head David West. And then they're going to tell you about some of the incidents that took place. But why shouldn't the body cam footage be released? I'll find out from Greenwich. Robbery and shooting after woman stops car to urinate. An Enterprise woman was robbed and her boyfriend shot after she pulled over to the side of the road in order to go and urinate. That's what I'm trying to get to the... Right, she stopped to urinate in the nearby bushes. Yeah? And was confronted by two men armed with guns. The bandits hit the woman on her head with their guns and made her boyfriend lie on the road before shooting him once in the foot. The other woman who was also ordered out of the car was not hurt. The gunmen stole a Samsung S22 Ultra cell phone from the man, the woman's Samsung A34 cell phone, and then got into her car and sped off. Of course, her handbag was still inside. Well, don't stop to urinate and pray you don't get into an accident or crash in certain areas, because you will be robbed. Man critical after being beaten with a piece of wood. You have a wood beaten too? Tell you it happened, Yesterday I raised the question. When the fanfare is over, one man made sense. He said 90 days. The Prime Minister said 6 months. Okay. Funeral in football park. Murdered teen scores final goal. That's Wade Lane, man. You could read that. Chamber wants meeting with new MPs. Strategies needed to develop tourism. Then we have investigations against 34 people ongoing. More state of emergency charges possible. And police warn against sharing sex offender registry info. Police are warning the public that sharing information from the local sex offenders registry website can result in a 3-year prison sentence. I'm trying to figure out why. I'm trying to scan the article here because I didn't read it yet for the morning. First time I've seen it. Because News Zero updated the website until later in the day now, boy. All right. On receipt of the order, the CRO which is the Criminal Records Office, conducts its internal checks as it relates to the verification of the information of the sex offender to be placed on the website. Once these checks are completed and verified as accurate, a duly authorized person would enter the name, alias, date of birth, photograph, locality of address, and the conviction of the registrable offense committed by the registered sex offender, including the date of conviction. They added that the site, which currently has just 36 people listed, should be used only for the sensitization of members of the public. They can't share the information. I'm trying to understand. The information is there to sensitize the members of the public, but you can't share the information. So what if only a few people visit the site? Like if I visit the site, but I want to ensure that people know that this person is a sex offender, you're trying to tell me that I could be imprisoned for sharing the information to the public? So in order to know who's a sex offender, you had to actually go up on the site by yourself, for yourself? I mean, I'm trying to understand. Maybe Greenwich will explain that. Yes, I'm not going to go no further with that. I'll go wait on Greenwich. Minister cites neglect, Amin Tours, Port of Spain, and regional corporations. Health Ministry monitoring new COVID variant. What? Oh, God, Lord. Anyhow, oh, God. Oh, look at me, I break now. Scrap iron dealers make case for regulatory body. Bodo looking to improve health services. Call made for greater partnerships to improve public health. Couple freed of firearm charges. And Crusher charged with child's murder. Those are some of the other headlines in the paper this morning. All right. So, now that we have all of that in the Newsday out the way, I want to remind you about Olive's House before we get into our little calls, which we will take. All right? So, let me just take this opportunity. Olive's House, senior care facility. Do not forget, if you are looking for Olive's House, they are located in the serene Sangre Chiquito area of Sangre Grande, at Rosie Latchman Avenue, Eastern Main Road, James Smart Village. And they are beautiful, it's beautifully situated with that spacious main area for living and dining rooms, fully equipped medical wards, as well as assisted living quarters. And that is inclusive of all required amenities. Now, it's designed to offer comfort, freedom of movement, and support to your loved ones in their senior years. So Olive's House is operated 24/7. They have that staff of professional, qualified geriatric personnel. Hot meals are prepared daily, and that is according to specified dietary requirements. Now, to find out more, all you need to do is pick up the phone and call them. And you can call them on 232-6367, 291-7919, or 3744-165. And it's Olive's House Senior Care Facility. Contact them today. Chef Sharazz. Yes. Chef begin the dance these days, creative international cuisine cooking course, and he has a baking and pastry course as well. And these courses start on the 7th of June. Chef also has, it's a Father's Day menu. Let me share that with all you, boy. Let me tell you what our menu consists of, Or do you have that? Or not the Father's Day menu, did Chef send it to you all? Fellas? Yeah, Father's Day, Chef has a buffet menu where the starters is seafood chowder, pumpkin spice soup, oh gosh, entrees and sides, roasted 5-spice chicken, fish in sweet Thai chili sauce, lamb vindaloo, mata paneer, stir-fried basmati rice, pasta with bell peppers and sun-dried tomatoes, gourmet potato salad, 3-piece stew, Greek salad, and for dessert, you have 3 options. You can either get the creme caramel, the assorted fruit cups, or the cheesecake. This is $350, and it's buffet. That's right. Ramsing Plaza in Chaguanas, man. Live entertainment by Chris Garcia. And this takes place Sunday, the 15th of June, from 12 noon to 2:30 p.m. All right. So all you need to do is call Chef or WhatsApp him today on 3724639 or 7375097. All right. So get in there, fathers. The Father's Day vibration is it look like it'll be a good one, man. Chef shining this morning, man. Nice. And Chef will be on the program tomorrow, eh? Well, yeah, he come in. He say, you have to come and cook. It's Indian arrival day. All you getting thing, don't frighten. All you getting thing, all you go eat our food. I want to remind you guys about Palm Star promotions as well, because they're giving your little star a chance to shine live on national television. It's the 4th annual National Spelling and Vocabulary Challenge. It's set for July 12th at Lowlands Mall. It's open to all primary school and homeschool kids, and standards 3 to 5, ages 9 to 12 plus. Now, the top school with the most entries and the points walks away with a desktop computer. Plus, there are chances to win tablets, medals, and much more. Buy a courtesy Kotila dictionary at Sharazz in Tunapuna, Trincity, San Juan, or Diego Martin, and get 5% off. All right, now you could register right now and visit Palmstar Promotions online. You could also call Auntie Esther on 471-2604. The dress code is no uniform, dress elegantly casual. That's right, elegantly casual. And we're building confidence one word at a time with Palmstar Promotions. Nice, man. And of course, they had the finals in Trinidad last weekend, and looking forward to see what happens in Tobago. And JNP Pest Control Limited, man. Yeah, experts in all types of pest control, ranging from termites to rodents, ants, cockroaches, lawn pests, and much more. They are armed with the latest techniques and technologies, including fumigation for drywood termites, and JNP Pest Control's professionally trained staff are ready to tackle even the most difficult infestations. So for a free inspection and quotation, contact them today at 61 to 65 Covine Road in Diego Martin. You could also call them on 227-0835, or you could WhatsApp them on 250-8397. You can email jppestcontrol@hotmail.com and let them shield your home or business from pesky pest. All right, that's JNP. And finally, flow. That's right. All this human crime taking place still, right? Yeah. So no matter the space or the budget, your home deserves more than just security. It deserves Arma Security, powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro, a home security solution that protects what matters most for just $4 a day. Visit Flow in store online at discoverflow.co for details. Flow, bringing security home. All right, now, I want to get down to some business here very quickly and take a few calls before we get to Greenwich. In the paper this morning, fellas, what label I want to ask, boy? The headline with the shooting. Yeah. With the businessman in South. So the latest in what has been a series of criminal acts against a San Fernando businessman and his family ended in murder when an employee of the businessman was shot dead while in his car, which was stuck in early afternoon traffic in San Fernando on May 27. The victim, Salim Abdul, age 21 of La Romaine, was employed by Shane Maharaj of S&M Motors Limited. Maharaj is the son of Rabindranath Maharaj, owner of R&J Celtech. The family has been the target of criminals over the years, with 3 incidents taking place within the last 2 weeks. Police said around 1:20 p.m. Abdul was driving Maharaj's white Toyota Hilux GR van, which was caught in standstill traffic along the Golconda Connector Road, Union Hall, San Fernando, near Vemcott. The vehicle approached the side of Maharaj's van, and the occupants opened fire, hitting Abdul in the chest. Other motorists reported hearing 3 gunshots. Abdul lost control of the pickup, which crashed into a brand new, unlicensed Mercedes-Benz, which was being driven by Shane Maharaj. Right? Now, hold on, President of the Greater San Fernando Area Chamber of Commerce, Kiran Singh, extended condolences to Abdul's family. He questioned how criminals are gaining access to illegal firearms and called on national security authorities to give a timeline for installing CCTV cameras at traffic lights, which could help investigations into such incidents. Now, this same family, their sister Lisa, narrowly escaped death in a similar attack that happened exactly 2 weeks ago. She was driving her white Range Rover along the South Trunk Road in Laramie around 10 a.m. on May 13th. Right? Now, outside of that, incident on May the 13th, family members said that they had been targeted several times before with a relative being kidnapped. 2 attempted kidnappings on another relative, and they and their businesses have been robbed 14 times. Listen. Nobody, and I mean nobody, could be that bad lucky. Let's be realistic here. You have a shooting of an employee who was driving the van of one of the owners or one of the businessmen. So this could have been a hit on the businessman himself, and unfortunately for the employee, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Right? But you cannot tell me that your businesses get robbed 14 times. A relative have been kidnapped. 2 other people were almost kidnapped. You have the incident with one of your family members just 2 weeks ago, your daughter, and now this incident as well, 2 weeks later. It's either you're owing people money, you're being extorted, or you're in something. It's either one of those 3. There is no other business that I could recall that has been targeted as many times as this one. So something is wrong somewhere. Something, fellas, I saw it like I'm going mad. It's too much. And then, after all these incidents happening to you, what is the position of the police? Because you are a businessman, so there must be some concern amongst the chamber, the Southern Division. There has to be something, right? Inclusive of that, I remember he said when the daughter, Lisa, was almost, when she was involved in her attack, that they will up security. 2 weeks later, and one of the employees is shot dead, and he is driving the owner's vehicle behind an unlicensed Mercedes-Benz, which has probably, just been bought, or they're gone out for a test drive or whatever. Right? Now, I don't know if the employee is the security, but it had no security, as far as I could see. But 2 weeks ago, you say you're going to up the security. So I would think, you have armed security moving with your people. But, like I say, I don't know what the employee does, I don't know what's his portfolio. Right? But something has to be wrong somewhere. We'll talk to Greenwich about this when we return. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Arma Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Arma Security, powered by Flow, partnered with All Pro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Let we go Vincy Mas this year. I don't hear everybody talking about the vibes, the all-inclusive parties, the juve, the street parade, and the competitions in pan, mass, and calypso. And don't talk about soca monarch. It's real bad. And to top it off, Vincy Mas is easy on the pocket, but it's classy and very safe. So all you, let we go Vincy Mas this year is June 27th to July 8th, and we in that.
Book your tickets and accommodations early. For more information, email info@vincymas.vc or find them on IG at Vincy_Mas, on Facebook at Vincy Mas, or log on to www.vincymas.vc.
Let we go Vincy Mas 2025!
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 86838438844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Minutes, 20, 25 minutes with Acting Sergeant Greenwich when he gets in. He's joining right now via Zoom. But I want to remind you that Jameson boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles such as their cold fighter with echinacea, vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor, and for additional support, try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. Chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson. Trusted vitamins and minerals. Nice one. We got Greenwich. All right, let's get him in. Greenwich, morning to you, man.
Morning, Stefan. Morning, Trinidad.
All right, so we got about 20 minutes to get into some topics here. Greenwich, I was just talking about the businessman. Another attempt made on this South businessman again. I mean, where's the story with this? I mean, have you ever experienced anything like this, that one businessman has been targeted so many times?
So when there has been a time when a family who has a food business, they would have originated from Crep. They would have been going through the same thing at some point. Right? So it appears to be familiar to that. So I don't want to speculate and say so what the reason may be, whatever the case may be, but it seems similar to that.
Okay, but I mean the way that this is, I just said it had to be one or three things. This is the perception. Is either you're being extorted, either you're owing people money, or you're in some, you might be in something.
Well, as you be aware, the investigation will be ongoing.
Yeah.
And we need to wait to see what it unearths before we,
Yeah, because a man is dead today. An employee of the business is dead. I do not know if that employee served as a security. I do not know. I don't know, because obviously he was driving. He was following the Benz driven by one of the family members. So I don't know what his portfolio is in the business, but obviously, whatever it was, he's now deceased. And it could have been a hit on either the businessman or his son. I intended it on them, but they probably weren't expecting that an employee was driving the Hilux.
Right, so naturally, you know that because there was a homicide, there would be an investigation. Right, and I'm certain that the investigation would at least give us a fair understanding as to what is taking place with the family.
Right.
Right. So we are in fact awaiting the basic preliminary inquiries from that investigation,
Right.
to understand where the motive may lie. So in the absence of that, there's much we can't say that would not be speculation at this time.
All right, no problem. We're moving on because we're moving real quick this month. Greenwich is as if the news knew that behind the badges today. All right. Outside of that, we have police promise transparency, but they're saying that the body cam footage won't be released. That is amid a recent spate of police-involved shootings, some of which were fatal. An assurance has been given that all investigations into these incidents will be done with full transparency. However, any footage of the incidents captured via body cam will not be released to the public. Is there any specific reason why the public shouldn't?
Of course, Stefan. Of course, the footage may find itself in terms of having evidential value.
Okay.
Should there be a inquest or even charges to be laid, right? As such, it would not be due process. It would not be in the best interest of justice to have the evidence out there before an outcome.
Before the outcome. So this is where this is the stance taken here. It's based on this is evidence.
Yes.
Right? And this cannot be released at this time, and that's it.
Exactly. I mean, if we were to detain somebody with narcotics,
right,
we wouldn't put narcotics
But
out
we
there for
informing the
people.
public here, because
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
public,
Yes,
I don't know,
about
they will see the
85
headline and they wouldn't know what
Right.
position
It's
the
about
police take to
edifying
some
the
of them know
public
the
that
story.
there
But
is
go
in
ahead.
fact. It's about edifying the public presently that there is in fact a manner in which evidence is to be treated with, right? Even for narcotic evidence and so on, there's something called chain of custody. And if the chain of custody is tampered with or tarnished, you may find that evidence being null and void.
Okay, but
right,
but let me ask you something. You're saying that it's evidence, right? Now, okay, if a supermarket gets robbed and they pull the camera footage and they put it up on social media, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, that footage is evidence as well, right?
Agreed.
So what makes that footage different from being released to the public before?
There is in fact a very significant difference.
Okay, go ahead.
In the aspect of a police shooting, we are not verifying who would have done it. Right?
Okay.
What we're verifying is the justification for doing it. Right? Whereas in a robbery, we don't know who do it, and we need to find out who do it. So we ask the public assistance in terms of viewing it, that somebody may recognize, well, that's Henry from 5th Street, wherever the case may be.
Okay.
So there is a difference.
All right, so there is a, but I'm just saying, I know that sometimes people are held because they commit an act, or sometimes people are held, Police arrest the people and then you see the footage all over the place. And I'm just trying to establish that how does that footage being made public affect?
Right, but you would appreciate as well, Stefan, that body cams are in fact the property of the Trinidad Police Service.
Yes.
These DVRs and things out there, the police may not be the only one who has access to them. Therefore, the police may not be the only one who may not even be responsible for having the footage broadcast on social media.
Okay. Because the first thing people are going to think is the police trying to hide something, right? Especially we're talking police-involved shootings here.
Even if the body cam was made public tomorrow, someone would say it was modified. So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. So at the end of the day, we are required by law to follow procedure in terms of how we handle evidence, and we will continue to do so within the confines of the law.
All right. There is another thing that I want to find out about here. I want to ask you about. It has to do with the sex offender list. I was also reading here that the police is warning against sharing the sex offender registry info. Right? Now that information that is posted to the sex registry, is that not solid information before it's posted? as
Stefan,
the article alludes to?
it will depend on the source it came from. Now, I would have seen a list appear on my phone from various chats, but until you can verify that it's from a legal and reliable source, we run the risk of tarnishing person's character. Right? They appear on the list and they were in fact not supposed to be on that list.
Okay, but what I'm seeing here is certain checks will be made by the Criminal Records Office, right? And sexoffenders.gov.tt is updated by police on the orders of the judiciary. On receipt of the order, the CRO conducts its internal checks as it relates to the verification of the information of the sex offender to be placed on the website. So there's a verification before you're placed on the website. Once these checks are completed and verified as accurate, a duly authorized person would enter the name, alias, date of birth, photograph, locality of address, and the conviction of the registrable offense committed by the registered sex offender, including the date of conviction, right? And we understand there are 36 people listed right now. So all of those checks are already done,
Right.
correct? So, I mean, if the person is a sex offender,
Yeah.
what is the police saying here? That you can't go up on his site and then share it up to social media?
Again, we run the risk, though. Remember, social media and the internet is a very, very scary place, for want of a better phrase. And we have seen in the past duplicity of websites. We have seen even when the banking system, person pretending or purporting themselves to be agents of whatever bank there is out there, Republic Bank, FCB, whatever the case may be,
right?
In an attempt to perform some nefarious act, right? The possibility exists that the same can be done where these things are concerned. And as such, we have to be very, very mindful and careful as to how we disseminate information coming from the net.
I understand that, but one of the head of legal, I believe it's the head of legal, or police legal officer, Zahir Ali warned people against sharing screenshots of the information on the website to social media and community WhatsApp groups. He said police only place the information online so that members of the public can be informed. So he went on to say it is important that members of the public not reproduce or take the information and put it on social media platforms or disseminate it in any other manner. Enjoy the access to the website, but be responsible and observe the laws that govern that particular area, right? He said all citizens have access to the website to keep themselves and their family safe, right? So my thing is, if the information is put there to inform the public and to make the public aware so that they can keep their family safe, I'm trying to understand, I'm really trying to understand this, you know. What really, I mean, how bad, where is the offense in saying, well, listen, this person is on the website as a sex offender, and I am trying to inform people in a community WhatsApp group of this individual? Or am I just to say, go to the sex offenders registry?
Wouldn't it be more, authentic if we were to just inform our family and friends by referring them to the website? The website is accessible to everyone.
Okay,
right?
All right, the website is accessible to everyone, but this is my thing. If it's accessible to everyone, what's the problem? And the information there is solid because it's under the order of the judiciary, right? Through the Criminal Records Office. So if the Criminal Records Office said this person, John Doe, is a sex offender and has committed ABC acts, and I go up on the registry and say, wait boy, you know, I think I should share this with people in my WhatsApp community group.
Yeah, then you can share the site. But when you share screenshots, you share these things, you leave room open for fraudulent activities. You leave room open to alter a screenshot to add in a name because they want to pamper somebody's character, right? So I think what the service is saying is what the bank say. Stick to the source for the information and not focus on for hearsay on the internet. I guess.
So in other words, share the link to the web to the
so
website,
will have
but do not
access.
screenshot the information and share it.
Yes, yes.
And if you screenshot the information and share it, I understand
it may have been tampered with or altered.
Well, I understand that you are in violation and you are liable on summary conviction to a fine of $25,000 and imprisonment for 3 years.
Right, so that I will have to get more information on, but
it's in the papers. Yeah.
It is quite possible. Then it's possible.
All right, no problem. The other thing, Greenwich, I also saw that we had 2 robberies take place. One on the Beetham, one in Endeavour, right? Now we know that crime will continue and we know it's going to take a little time for any new plans from any new administration, whether it be the Minister of Homeland Security, the Ministry of Defense, or the acting Commissioner of Police or a new incoming Commissioner of Police. Everybody have the different approach and the different plans that they want to implement to alleviate this crime situation. A man was robbed shortly after after he crashed on the Beetham. And I asked the question a little earlier, doesn't it have police vehicles on the Beetham serving the purpose of assisting drivers?
Usually, Stefan, there is my observation is there's what we call a static patrol on the highway from time to time, but it is important to note that that static patrol cannot cover the entire Beetham simultaneously.
Understood.
Right? And with that stretch of road, your turn off would be where?
The turn off?
Like if you want to go in the next direction, you have to go down to Sealots.
You have to go down to, well, you would have to go down to Sealots and take, well, you would have to go down to like MP there by Sealots here. Take the flyover, come back around.
Right.
And if you're heading the other direction, you would have to take you would have to swing into Barataria.
Right.
Right.
Which can in fact impact response time. Right. So it's okay to say that yes, there are in fact police performing static duties there.
Right.
But based on the location at the time of the incident, it will, and the route they will have to take to respond to get there, it would impact the response time.
All right, I could understand that. I could understand that because it would depend. That's the other thing I was wondering. What part of the Beetham that the person crashed, right?
It will also depend on the time of day, the density.
But fellas had to be real hard. Go ahead.
It will depend on the time of day, the density of the traffic at the time. All these things will in fact play a role in terms of response.
Well, Greenwich, this was 1 a.m. in the morning, eh?
I was saying it depends. I didn't see. Right?
I just said this 1 a.m. in the morning.
Right, Stefan, I can give you a personal experience. I was leaving Port of Spain about 9 p.m. A couple months ago. On reaching the Bushwood side of the driving a marked police vehicle, a gentleman flagged me down and he said, "Just get robbed in the Beetham."
Right.
Right. Luckily, he was able to see me driving past. We made some inquiries and then I took him to Bedford Street Station.
Right.
Right. But remember, these crimes are crimes of opportunity. Right. We look at low-hanging fruits. We look to hit fast and hit hard. And of course, we look at the location as to where police officers may be at that time. Right? So 1 o'clock in the morning, a patrol is, they say, 300 meters away from you. And you are fully aware that they have to make all these wrongs to get back to you. A gentleman breaks down. It is an opportunity for something to happen. Right?
I mean, robbery happens quick, eh? People underestimate how quick a robbery could take place, eh?
Correct. In and out. It's low-hanging fruit. So we sure the person access it wouldn't be a challenge. However, I am certain, even if it was 1 in the morning, there would have been residents from within that community that may have seen what happened.
Right.
Right? And the problem with that is we enable these behaviors as a society from time to time until we are directly affected.
Right.
Right? And to me, that's one of the more serious points we need to bring across. Right? Because I am certain somebody would have heard the commercial and people out. And based on if it were in fact residents from the community, you could tell, well, like Miss Arlene's son, who live in so and so.
Yeah.
But we never bring forward the information unless, of course, we are directly affected by something that Miss Arlene's son would have done. Which is unfortunate.
No, it's unfortunate. I mean, look, we have another robbery. A lady stopped to urinate by the nearby bushes in another area, and gunmen came out the nearby bushes and held her up, and the boyfriend and another woman who was traveling with them, and they were robbed as well. That took place in Enterprise. Oh no, actually, an Enterprise woman was robbed. They were driving along Marshall Road in Castleford, Chaguanas. So I mean, one in the Beatum, one in Central. It's everywhere, and I think the police gotta come up with some plan very soon in order to really bring this thing down. We've been saying that for a few years. Well, it's gotten out of hand. How we're gonna pull it back is a whole challenge by itself. And like I said, I'm waiting to see what are the plans and the from the legislative side and the implementation side in terms of the new administration and what they're going to do. But we about 4 to 5 weeks in, and I know that, people's patience will start to run thin at some point in time or the other. Some people say 90 days, some people say, the Prime Minister says 6 months. In reality, you only have as much time as people allow you in terms of crime affecting them. So if crime affects me tomorrow or Harry around the corner tomorrow, they're going to lose patience.
You want redress now. They want redress right away.
Yeah, they want,
right?
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm waiting to see. I mean, I know we're hearing a lot of things about a lot of other things in terms of, media review and money here and no money here and this, that, and the other. But we got to deal with this because this was one of the biggest things, if not the biggest problems going into an election. So I'm waiting to see what happens. And the police service, I would imagine, might be in for a little shake up too, who knows?
Additionally, Stefan, the members of the public need to understand, we have been trying time and time again to ensure that they become harder targets by giving them information they need and so on, right? So even in a situation where I am in a desperate need to relieve myself, right, I still have a responsibility to select the best place to do so.
Yeah.
Right? In terms of lighting, in terms of a lot of things, do I make myself a target here based on what is taking place?
Right.
Right? And sometimes we as a society tend to sacrifice convenience and comfort for safety. Right? And we have to be mindful of that as well. We know the times we live in. Yes, we are optimistic that things would get better, and that we, the police service, are very optimistic that we would have an impact. We'll continue to work steadfastly towards that impact. But we have a responsibility as well to safeguard our surroundings and our valuables and so on.
That's right. I mean, look up to yesterday, I said, like people don't listen, boy. I said, I know everybody in watching this program, but there was a story with a guy, he went to buy something on somebody meet on Instagram or some kind of thing. So, and I said, look, one more time we go sit down here and say, if you want to purchase something online from somebody from social media, tell them meet you by the nearest police station. Tell them come by the police station.
Stefan, this is even happening with persons who we see who are purported to be influencers.
Yeah.
Right? Within the last 3 months, I believe 2 influencers were robbed.
Yeah, NCW and Stack.
Right, one of who allegedly was about to conduct a transaction to purchase a vehicle.
Yeah.
Right? So these things are counterproductive to the message we are really trying to get out there.
Yeah.
Right? And of course, if we're in a position of influence, it's only prudent that we lead by example to start with.
Yeah, agreed. Well, Greenwich, I want to thank you for the time this morning. We're just about out of it, but I understand that Pitt will be joining us for the next 3 weeks. And so you're on a little vacation.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I appreciate that.
All right, man, no problem. Take it easy.
All right, you all be safe.
All right, you too. That is Acting Sergeant Greenwich on the inside, man. And just as we prepare to go to the break this morning, I want to remind you, let me just get this reminder in, on Eden Heights. So Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb bagging, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. They also offer consultation services in live blood analysis, diabetes, child counseling, supplements, detox programs, arthritis, sport injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, knee, shoulder, back pain, and more. You could visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Trin-City, Chaguanas, or Tobago, and you can give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You could also WhatsApp them on 493-9196. Email them at edenheightsdistributors@gmail.com and get started today. And with that, we take a break. When we come back from the break, we're going to open the phone line and take some calls before we get to Pastor John. Stay tuned.
Coloring your hair is now easy with Bigen Easy Color for Men. Bigen's advanced cream formula prevents stains and drips, and it gets rid of the gray in 10 minutes. Bigen Easy Color for Men, for a natural color at no gray. Jameson Day Spas offers a complete range of first-class treatments, facials, waxing, body therapies, body massages, hand and nail treatments, and much more. Check out Jameer for locations.
Consult Vedic astrologer Tulasi Prasad, who offers profound insights into an individual's life path and astrology journey in Trinidad and Tobago. Master can guide you with astrology and horoscope readings, love spell casting, family disputes, marriage problems, health problems, job and business problems. Master also is experienced in effective black magic removal remedies, negative energy removal remedies, reuniting loved ones, and many more. To get Master's guidance, call us now
at +1 868 398 7547, located in Trinidad and Tobago.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Maynard, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle from the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
So we are back on Breaking Dawn this morning. And as we return, there is one thing I want to let you all know. May 31st, we only have today and tomorrow to promote this. The Youth Expo, gentlemen. I sent Christy flyer, and there's a little video. There is a Youth Expo taking place at the amphitheater in St. James. And I wonder who had to do that, boy. I know we have a committee. Let me see. We have the, you have the flyer? Yeah, put it up now. So, Power Stars Steel Orchestra, or bigger Power Stars, right? They got the Youth Expo, St. James Amphitheater, which is right next to the police station. And they're going to have like hairstyling, pedicures, manicures, drawings, paintings, clothing, food, and much more. And it's going to start from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. All right, on Saturday, the 31st of May, 2025. And they are a real steel pan. As a matter of fact, there'll be performances by Power Stars Steel Orchestra, all right, and other guest artists. Now, if you want a booth, you could get registered with them. You pay $50, but admission is free. But you're paying $50 to put on your booth. And you could also call 748-2842. Take these numbers, people, 748-2842 or 370-5628. 370-5628. It's good to see that we have something coming back to the amphitheater, right? So Power Stars Steel Orchestra, and well, Power Stars downstairs, they're down the hill. I used to play for Hummingbirds up the hill, right? But they got the following youth steel orchestras confirmed for the event. They got Supernovas, Despas Youths, Birdsong, North Coast Serenaders, and the Veterans plus Power Stars Youth Steel Orchestra at the St. James Amphitheater, Saturday, 31st of May, 2025. I want you all to go and support this, eh? This is about highlighting youth in communities. So I want you all to go down. You're not paying nothing. It's absolutely free. So all them St. James people, all in St. James. Whether you're in St. James, Diego Martin, Cookery, Woodbrook, wherever. The youth's coming out. They have the Youth Expo on. You go out and support them. All right? And it will be good jam too. Because they're going some long hours, boy. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. All right? So make sure go check it out, support. And just to the Japa, make sure the amphitheater ready to go there. Make sure it's clean and it's looking good there. Because I talk about that already, the reviving that amphitheater, that amphitheater has been it's been wasted over years. I'm glad the Youth Expo and them go and do something in the amphitheater. But just make sure, all they go and power wash the thing now. Power wash the amphitheater. put some little, you know, do some little, paint up something now. Do something now. Right? I know you're the counselor for the area, but I know you know who. I know you have a whole committee that's be in charge of this thing and whatever. So to the committee and whatever in St. James, all you get it together. All right? And let me get the thing going now, man, and bring back the amphitheater. All right? That used to be a little hub for a lot of youths to go. They would do many different styles of culture and art form, you know, cultural art forms. And it was a place that they could go and, you know, and over the years, and especially throughout the pandemic and that kind of thing, it just kind of deteriorate. I tell you, as Earl Crosby passed away, everything in St. James fall along with culture. Down to we beat and all. So we had to get the thing back up and running, man. All right. So we go out and support the youths, man. Yeah. And I want to remind you all about Roll Right as well. I just have a couple commitments here. Roll Right Alignment and Service Center, your one-stop shop for vehicle care. Located on Salim Avenue, Monroe Road, Chaguanas, Roll Right has everything you need to keep your ride in top shape, from new and used tires to speed balancing and 3D computerized wheel alignment. And they've got it all covered. At Roll Right, you can also get the full suite of vehicle maintenance services, including comprehensive suspension and vehicle repairs, injector flow bench diagnostic testing, and ultrasonic cleaning, servicing, oil changes, and vehicle diagnostic scanning. Plus, Roll Right offers a wide range of high-quality vehicle batteries, ensuring you're always powered up for the road ahead. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. You could visit them today at Salim Avenue, or you could give them a call on 303-8344. Find them on social media platforms as well. Roll Right Alignment and Service Center, always rolling right. And finally, I want to remind you guys about Steel Force, and then we will get into some phone calls here. Okay? So Steel Force Caribbean Limited, located at number 47, lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. They are your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering, architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set at API standards. They offer a wide range of services for residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So give them a call on 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, reinventing the standards on how we handle steel. All right. Now the fifth officials will be on tomorrow night. We're on Thursdays now. Right? Talking all the sports. But more importantly, of course, Blazers Bar, who was the sponsor of the first place in Run Stefan Run, first place male and female, and they also gave a $2,500 contribution to a person in a wheelchair who came out and competed. So we wanna thank them for that, Blazers. But more importantly, Blazers have it going on this weekend. All right? I want to plug Blazers here because we were down there filming yesterday, and tomorrow night, the night before the holiday, they got some drink specials at Blazers. All right? So you can get 6 beers for $70. All right? Or it's something like that, 6 or 70. Heineken 15, Heineken 0, $12. But more importantly, outside of the drink specials, they're giving away free curry. Curry goat, the Korean goat duck chicken with roti. I think again pumpkin, chana aloo. They're giving it away free as long as it lasts. So they're cooking it, they're doing this big cook, and once you come down to line by Blazers tomorrow night, yeah, you get yourself a free plate of curry, man. All right, because of course Indian arrival day is Friday. And on Saturday, they got the Champions League final, and Heineken already was putting down all kind of infrastructure. They have a big watch party taking place at Blazers for the Heineken final, and they have real drink specials. And both nights, on Saturday and Thursday, hampers given away like it going out of style. So if you're not in Blazers this weekend, I don't know where you are. All right? So 327-7400. I want to open the line, take some calls. You all heard some of the discussion this morning. We're talking about crime and things like that. So we want to just take some calls before we get to Pastor John, who will be on at 7:35. So hello, good morning.
Good morning, Stefan.
Morning, my dear. Go ahead.
That thing this morning you showed with the car, it's very fishy with the people that were shot. Somebody was shot in a van and a business place robbed 14 times. That song ain't as fishy as the person that stopped to urinate in the bush. It just don't sound right. You know, something wrong there. And on another note with what you talked about with Sergeant Greenwich about the robberies and the beat-em.
Yeah.
You know, this thing happening since before you born.
Yeah.
And it's still happening. It's not like they don't know. And this is one of the reasons why Mr. Manning wanted to put that wall there and everybody was it was so offensive and whatnot. It wasn't offensive. If you travel and you have family in Florida, you'll see how communities are blocked off from the highways.
Right.
There are reasons for that kind of thing.
Right.
You know, but a lot of people don't travel and they don't know, you know. And it's not hard, you know. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You could just look at what other countries are doing to solve situations. Mm-hmm. And that is one of them. But that thing with the van and 14 times they were robbed.
Yeah.
These police need to start looking at criminal minds, you know, and get Hutchner on the case because they're wasting time. That song is so fishy, everything. So when you want to buy a second-hand vehicle, you have to be real careful who you're buying it from. Because if somebody could just come out in traffic and start to shoot at you in a vehicle, and it belong to somebody who colorful. You know where I'm going, right?
All right.
Yeah, okay, good. Right, bye.
All right, so we're going again. Another one, we'll take another one. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning.
Hello, good morning, Stefan.
Morning, my dear. Go ahead.
I just want to say two things. I had fun on Sunday. It was really great.
Ah, nice.
And also, I agree with what is it Inspector Greenwich, what he said this morning?
Acting Sergeant Greenwich.
Sergeant Greenwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't like to research, we don't like to read, we just like things handed to us. So it's our responsibility to go up there because the information is put there for the public. So it's our responsibility to go up there and find that information for ourselves.
Okay.
So that's just my contribution.
All right, no problem. Cool. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Yep.
You have a good day. Bye-bye.
All right. Yep. That's, I believe, on the sex offender registry. Yeah, morning.
Morning, Stefan. Man on the ground here.
Yeah, man on the ground. Go ahead.
Yeah, good night. I just been listening to Greenwich and I've been listening to Pitt. Sometimes I feel like me just come and break the police because here we're on. Sometimes they go say the police, this is what the police required to do, and when they see the police officers outside, they're doing beyond their work. Now, I want to try to understand something, but you don't have calling program for them. Now, they're coming down on certain vehicles. We understand that some vehicles might be worthy, right? But you look at some of them police vehicles, but sometimes you see a police vehicle coming here, one time it's a motorbike because it has one light in front. So they have no brakes light. Sometimes you see the vehicle and mark up like if you're going to put on tires in a concrete. Well, once at a mark, you don't even see. So then you only see you're not seeing lease.
Right.
So, fix your business first before you fix somebody else. I know the police, I can't fix them long ago. We used to have officers who used to check the vehicles when I was in the service. They had a sheet and make sure you get horn, your lights and everything and whatever. Right? But one more question, Stefan. What is the difference between the body cam when the police have it on them and they will video whatever taking place in the crime scene and somebody with a camera?
Right.
With a camera, Stefan.
This is the point. This is why I ask him. You have footage that is released publicly. It could be on a shooting incident. Right? The police may have body cam. What is the difference in it being released? What is the difference?
I don't see any difference.
It's also the mystery of why you shouldn't share a screenshot of the sex offender registry. I mean, I understand what the caller said before. We have to be more proactive and we got to do our research. But at the same time, why is it an offense to share the information? If the information is put there to inform the public and to understand it, but nevertheless.
That is part of my answer this one thing with question. Because it doesn't make any sense. The only difference I see, Stefan, is some of the people that video and there's only come up and want to overthrow about, oh, the police wicked, the police wicked.
Alright, man.
Take your time and video it and pass it on later, boy.
Yeah, man. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to understand. If it's there for the public knowledge and to inform the public, why am I going to be fined if I share it? Why is it a crime to share the information that has been put there to inform the public? I don't understand. Morning. I really don't. Yeah, man. What's going on? Talk to us.
Morning. I'm not telling anybody. I just watch things all over the whole America thing. Once you kill somebody, the police and them will bring it out Australia, England thing. Grenades just playing like he breaks in for the police and them. You know why? If the bandits kill the police, we go see the body cam and bring it out. There's no evidence. The evidence has to go to court. He only fooling up himself and playing Nancy story here. Cutting off short. I'm glad you invite the man. He tried to go in parliament. He wanted a paper. He's a man he's a state court thing, sandwich and thing. You know the man. Have a nice day. He's a peanut man. He won't preach for it.
Okay. Good. I lost it. I don't know what he was talking about in that last. I don't know where he was going there. Morning. He just killed me when he called me. Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, boss. Yeah, that's that. With respect to the shooting with the cell phone fella, right?
Yeah.
Apparently somebody got a whole family boy because I watched Ian Allen last night and they said the girl who vehicle got shot up recently, her boyfriend got shot up Friday. So I know what's going on. And the next thing too, I saw the video where the policeman talking to the Spanish man and Tom.
No.
And threatening to lock him up and thing. Apparently that is a SRP because he ain't a regular police because he telling the man he could lock him up and he tell him he have the right to remain silent. We don't say that in Trinidad. We have something called the caution, and when you're cautioning somebody, you're supposed to say you are not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. And he telling the man he had the right to remain silent. Apparently he watching too much cable.
Alright, man, cool, no problem. Yeah. Oh, God, Lord. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Hello, good morning. Yeah, we don't use that dog here. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah,
we have a jokey police service. A real jokey police service. You telling me a family has been targeted for quite a long time. And they're not going after the criminals, they're more interested in the motive. When you hold the criminals, you'll find that.
Yeah.
Nobody is judge, jury, and executioner. You hold the criminals and you put them behind bars and all of these things will stop.
Yeah.
But police have a system, they come on the scene, they put on marker on the ground like what you see on television, they copy and all kind of nonsense, and within 72 hours, that investigation is finished. And you go to a far follow-up, you can't find nothing. So, Uncle Greenwich, for the children in your area, show them that the police doing work to protect them, man. Don't come out and just march on them kind of thing. Make the society a better one by going after the criminals and taking them out of the society.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. Building more, I argue for building more jails. The cameras that they have is a counter-action for people, other people's cameras when you go to court to show this is which side of the story and that them side of the story. This is why they do expose it, because then you could be able to critique it. So they have advantage. So me argue with the camera system and things like that. We need CCTV cameras to pick up these criminals to go after them in real time. We need the blue and yellow vehicles located all over the country, not just only for traffic, but to be there for rapid response, to respond immediately. So
right.
With CCTV cameras, you could see that now and intercept them immediately and bring criminals to justice. Don't allow them to be judge, jury, and execution, and then want to know about what is the motive. I can't understand this thing. Something wrong. We need to retrain the police service. Come now, man. Come, wake up, man.
Yeah, man.
See what's happening on TV.
Yeah, no problem.
You have a good day.
Yeah, man. I think the TTPS needs a serious shake-up. If we are to have any kind of impact on crime. I think as things stand right now, we're in a mess. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. No problem.
Morning, go ahead.
It's a more disgusting place than Trinidad and Tobago with a small population and a small country like ours. When this morning, you read out about 20 minutes, everything that is so sickening for our country. And I just ask myself, when it is somebody mind changes from seeing somebody that need help and decides, here what, I'm going to rob that person rather than help them.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned 2 robberies there. One where the beat them, one where they snatched some gold chain, and then the other people who went to
urinate,
or something
yeah.
like that, and they go on with it. Yeah. Now, these people are taking back these things to our home with our family and things. Remember when the man get shot in Long Circle and the lady holds her belly and ball?
Yeah.
The family of these people supposed to carry out that drill while these persons are alive. When they come home with the cell phone, the mother, the father, the daughter, how much girlfriend they have should sit down around the table with the cell phone and hold their belly and ball and say, oh God, my good son, my decent son, next week or next month, he gonna be dead. Oh God. And let you see that and see if he could change his mind. And the other one who thieved the gold chain, they do the same thing. Don't wait until they're dead, then to hold the belly and bawl and cry and say he was wrong and he make a bad decision and friend influence and thing. Nonsense. But trust me, body bags ordered same way like the cameras and the body camera. Have a good morning, Stefan.
All right, no problem. Yeah, man. 24 minutes past your 7 o'clock. Taking your calls before we get to Pastor John. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Stefan.
Good morning, man. Go ahead.
Not contrasting your conversation this morning, but just calling to find out if there will be a follow-up by the Minister for Social Services, Dr. Mohit, concerning the disability situation.
She's looking into it. She did mention she's looking into it, and I did send her your information, and she will look into it, and I'll ask her a follow-up. But you don't get today for yesterday, so you got to give the minister a little time to take a look at the situation.
All right, then. Well, on the text, I send my name and address and phone number.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Okay, then.
Cool.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm very sure she's going to take a look at it, but you got to give her the opportunity to take a look at it and find out all that needs to, all the information on your situation. Morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Stefan.
Morning, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me tell you something about that beat-up thing. Since in 1981, I was driving a truck for URP and had a breakdown on the beat-up. And the police was passing on the other lane going into Port of Spain. I was coming to San Grande, right? And what the police did, they stopped. 2 policemen come out, cross the highway, and come across where I break down, right? And we talked to them, and when they realized we were working for URP, the police say, well, look, they cannot let us here. They will have to remain with us because it's government material, right?
Right.
And they tell the policeman to go wrong and come wrong and meet the other 2 policemen who was there, right? So when Greenwich talking about you have to go, so it are ways to do this very sad thing. And we remain there half day. They even change shift and come back and remain with us. Carry us in town to get things to eat and all these type of things that took place, right? And you see, this thing what they talk about being on the side of the road and thing, well, that is a thing we used to do so. Sometimes we coming out from all down Point 14, the Cacas in the night on Easter time. We stop all about auntie on the side of the road. But it didn't have crime like now.
Right.
So this is thing that people are accustomed to. And before I go, let me tell you one thing, Mr. Stephen. I talked about the driving yesterday. I'm challenging you, right? Because you is a man could save a lot of people's life if you do as I say and learn, right? You just drive, and I show you must be always driving on D, right? I wanted to start from today to pull off on your number 1 gear, change it into second, and drive on second for a while, and feel the drive when you're stopping, what has happened with the vehicle. And don't only drive on D. Use the gears. This is what the gears is for. And when you start to do that, you will speedy drive, and you will get into knowing the vehicle, and you will get more confidence on the road, and you become a better driver. You start that this morning, Mr. Stefan, when you're going home.
All right,
start
man.
out on 1, moving to 2, and you is your challenge for me, and tell me about what you will feel.
All right, no problem, man. Yep. Actually, yesterday I never knew. I never knew that. We take one more. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Stefan, morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead. Share thoughts.
Yeah, concerning where Sergeant Greenidge was saying, right? You know, he spoke concerning the family and from the cell store that being targeted now.
Yeah.
Right? I just want to make it clear, right? I know who's the family he's talking about in Europe, and I could tell you something right now. He's part of that family, right? And I've been straight to you right now. Since that incident happened in Europe, with everybody in my family applied for FUL. And right now, no response. Nobody ain't taking me on. That was under the PNM administration. My FUL went up to the commissioner, she denied the FUL, and then she sent me to the appeal board. So that is how things run in this country. No matter if it's a target or not, crap or smoke your pipe.
Crap or smoke your pipe, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta fight your own battle, partner. Anyway, you enjoy it.
All right, man, no problem. Yep. All right, so I'm going to take a pause there because we got to get to the break. But yeah, that FUL situation, well, I mean, John Jeremy did say after the media review, they're going to come with the stand your ground legislation, where I would imagine firearm users license will be easier to, well, not easier, you'll still have to go through the process, but there's not going to be this, these delays and probably, levels of corruption behind it. They're going to try to kind of, get the corruption element out from that process, because there is a lot of corruption in the process. But I think once that legislation hits, yeah, people gonna get their firearm easier. And I think when people are armed, it's gonna be a horse of a different color, right? Because of the type of training you have to go and get and all these little things, right? So I'm looking to see when that legislation comes before the parliament. Somebody asked me if you have a current FUL number, if you've already been assigned a number, if you would have to reapply. I can't answer that right now. Neither can, I would imagine, the Minister of Homeland Security or Defense, because we don't know what the legislation is going to have in it. We don't know what specific details the legislation is going to have. So until the legislation is laid out, it's only then we will know if you need to reapply or not. But you got to wait till that legislation reaches the parliament, right? So we'll see where that happens. But crime still continues to be a problem in Trinidad and Tobago. That is definite, and we got to deal with this, because we will not move forward if we don't deal with crime. All right. I got to thank Better Life Ostomy Care. I forgot to thank them. They did give a contribution to run Stefan Run. So Charmaine, thanks a lot. We take a break. When we come back, Pastor John will be with us. Stay tuned.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Jameer Day Spas offers a complete range of first-class treatments, facials, waxing, body therapies, body massages, hand and nail treatments, and much more. Check out Jameer for locations.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Arma Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Arma Security, powered by Flow, partnered with All Pro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
All right, people, so we are 7:35, 25 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. And it is Wednesday. We got Pastor John with us. And Pastor John, we want to say good morning to him, bring him in via Zoom as we get into our conversation on diabetes this morning. And, of course, you will, of course, get more information on the product that he offers. So, Pastor John, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Nice, man.
How are you doing?
I'm just fine.
I'm easy. Every day above earth is a great day.
Of course.
Anybody, you know, I'm from Trinidad. We like to drop down every time we like to down. So if you don't, we try.
I'm missing one and see how it feel.
All right.
Yeah. We always doubting somebody.
Yeah.
I always ask. I grew up in the days when we used to make argument in Whitford Square. That's where we used to go on evenings and debate.
Right.
And always arguing. But today I want to talk about insulin. Next week, I want to have an interesting topic coming next week. I could give anybody homework, lactobacillus and the bifidobacterium. That we'll discuss in that next week in depth. But right now we want to discuss diabetes.
All right, so we're going with insulin.
That is correct, which is an essential hormone that helps to help you stay healthy and keep your body in working order. That's insulin. Without it, we cannot See, read my lips. Anybody looking at me, you cannot survive. I don't care who you are. You're good, bad, or indifferent. You're good looking, bad looking, not so good, whatever. Every single human being needs insulin.
All right.
It doesn't matter who you are and where you come from. And if your body cannot make enough insulin or use it properly, they give you some manufactured one. The real insulin you're supposed to use is what God created the body with, because the body has the ability, the insulin producing cells, to calculate when every time you eat and you say don't eat it and you put the stuff in your mouth and it's bad stuff. Could you imagine the body overcome it by producing enough insulin to facilitate what you just ate? Your BMI, the air pollution around you, everything it calculates. And therefore, the manufactured insulin could never. It's a great invention to help millions of people, because if they're not eating well and using the garden food to alkaline the body, therefore they have no choice but to use an alternative. Before 1921, people will die within a few years, 2 to 3 years, with type 1 diabetes, until they find out that human beings could accept pig insulin. Since then, they made many different types. I'm not sure, as an update, which one is the best one I can recommend anyone to use. What I can recommend is that you alkaline the blood, is that you eradicate dysbiosis, which is the root cause of diabetes.
Right.
When the system is riddled with toxins, like, if people don't know what I'm talking about, just imagine a garbage dump, where you dump garbage, and it's rotten and smells and flies and worms and maggots and parasites. Just imagine that your system is similar to that environment.
Okay.
And that is a breeding ground for disease.
All right. So, well, that would be the equivalent to the Labas in Trinidad and Tobago.
The Labas, yes, they still have it. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It ain't gone anywhere. It ain't gone anywhere.
Well, I didn't know they say. Now, somebody tell me the bandit is thief everything, so I don't know if they thief the Labas yet.
Yeah.
I didn't know they thief it. So I had to take my time and see if it's still there. So thank God it's still there. So the Labas is living good. Nobody want to thief the Labas.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want a system like that. Now, you know, but I was reading an article. I don't know if I could mention it here now.
Okay.
Because I know you're talking about insulin, and you know, it dawned on me, right? I mean, you have a product, and somebody raised it with me yesterday, and I said, boy, I would just ask you. I don't know if you're familiar with Inshan Ismail in Trinidad and Tobago here, but he has cancer, and he was talking about how much money he spent, right, in an article, and we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? And my question is, how is it that the human being falls into the trap of spending that kind of money for possibly a treatment that is not working because you're not seeing the type of results that you want to see? In your case, you had cancer and you no longer have cancer, and there is a product that you used or a method that you used that assisted you, right? Which cost way less than what cancer treatment cost is today. He was talking about figures in the hundreds of thousands. You know, and I was saying to myself, I say, you know, you have a product and you sell it at a price, and people might find, and you say it every morning, if you find, well, the price, if you find the thing too expensive, I will tell you what to do. But it's kind of ironic that people will look towards $100,000 treatments as opposed to a product like yours at a minor cost to what those treatments cost. And they, you know, they will be more skeptical, or they might find your product too expensive, but $100,000 treatment that is going to get you absolutely nowhere, they would have no problem financing. I've been trying to figure that out.
Yeah, because the stuff, people spend money what they believe, and the medical industry, based on government rules, have approved, FDA have approved the things that these people use with all the chemicals, and they're hoping against hope that when they spend the money. I just had somebody who, well known also in Trinidad, had their family member went to England and spent almost $1 million and came back and passed away or didn't make it. And it's these things are sad that it's not approved, and they convince you or convince people the stuff in the garden cannot help you. At the same time, they are the same ones who saying to you right now, just like this they are reporting in news last night that Gaza is getting food, and the lack of food will get the people sick. The lack of nutrients in the body. They had doctors was talking about it last night. So if the lack of nutrients from the garden could get you sick, well, the promotion of the nutrients from the garden can allow the body to stay well. And this is a theory that is a fight to the finish line. They've been fighting longer than you and I, both of us age put together. They've been fighting longer than that concerning what is unapproved or what is not approved. So what we have, stuff like acai berry, it's not approved by the FDA, or pomegranate, or you deal with spinach and merengue, and you're putting all these things together. These things are not approved by the FDA. So that's why when I come on the air, I have to state statements. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, cure, or prevent any disease.
Right.
And a lot of people love to go that route. I thank God either I was stupid, but I live, because I am 15 years cancer-free for consuming 13 vitamins, 16 minerals, 10 amino acid, 1 essential acid fat every single day back into my body.
Right.
Someone like you just said, you just talk about just now, I don't know the person, but I would love, this is something publicly, since you tell me publicly, we'll love to have a chat with that person and see what happened in 9 months if you begin to use what I'm recommending. And that will be, I don't know what people will think, because don't care what testimony you have, people might doubt it, but that will be a great thing for me to see something like this here. But people literally spend millions of dollars traveling all over the world. They go Mexico, they go England, they come to America and do a lot of stuff they've been doing over and over. And the end of it all, what is sad, is that when the medication don't work, this doctors normally recommend to the people, we can't do nothing more for you, and try and find somebody maybe similar to me who could help you, or start to say prayers or something. But it's be very sad. The ending is very sad.
Right, and you made the point there with nutrients and the nutrients that your body needs and the nutrients that the product has. And I want to tie that back in now to the diabetes and the insulin issue. Because once you are feeding your body the correct nutrients, the way that your insulin, the way that your body will produce insulin is dependent on the nutrients that you feed your body. Correct?
Say the last sentence again.
I said the way that your body produces insulin.
Yes.
Is dependent on the nutrients that you feed your body.
That is correct. It depending on how your body is depending on the antioxidant enzyme that operates in the system, because the body was designed to heal itself.
Right.
So the lack of nutrients in your body eventually will deplete the reserve you have. You see, we started. It come like a parent leave money for someone inheritance, and either they deplete it or they make and invest it and it become more or they sustain it.
Right.
Or they blow it all. After a while, he blow away billions of dollars because he get it for free, and whatever he did, he have nothing now. But the main thing, we all have enough sufficient insulin and enzyme in our system to take us through 120 years and more.
Right. So, you know, it just come back to any form of health, right? Whether it be diabetes, whether it be cancer, whether it be whatever. It always comes back down to what you feed your body. And in your product, right, you have always said throughout all of these segments that, you know, the solutions lie in the garden, correct?
That is correct. It's in the garden.
And I have looked at the ingredients in your products, and it's basically stuff that you would get in the garden, like ginger. There are products with ginger in it. There's a problem, products with you know, different types of fruits and so on and so forth, right? So I've looked at the ingredients. I've also started to look up, because it's the first time I ever heard the term, the lactobacillus. Is that correct?
Yeah, lactobacillus and bifidobacterium.
Right.
I will talk about that, but go ahead.
I know a lot of people may not be familiar with those terms over the weeks that we've been doing this, but if they go on, they actually research it, they will realize that, and I think you spoke to it in the last couple of weeks as well, they will realize that a lot of what you're saying, because I know you always have the doubters, but a lot of what you say, as I've double-checked it and read some on it, it makes a lot of sense, you know, and I just wanted to put that out there, you know. I've looked at it and I've said, well, you know, this you know, you're bringing some very interesting points to the table as it relates to health.
So the lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, that's a good bacteria.
Right.
We all have bacteria living inside of us. We have bad and good. So when the bad is ruling, so anybody live in a country or sorry, in an environment anywhere in the world, and if bad stuff around them is parading the entire place, then bad things likely to happen to people. And if good stuff surrounding the people, good things likely to happen to the people. It's the same thing in your body.
Right.
If the good bacteria is ruling your body and it's sufficient enough, because there's a diversity of all the stuff the body needs, you will always be healthy. But it's when the bad bacteria take over, like Fusobacterium, endotoxin, H. pylori, E. coli, salmonella, and a host of them. Some of them you can't even pronounce the word. When I say you can't pronounce it, you have to take your time and pronounce it, only because of the origin and the Greek origin and stuff it came from.
Right.
You just got to pay attention to what you said. But the fact of the matter is, until the body is restored with enough lactobacillus and the bifidobacterium, the body now will produce the insulin and receive the insulin it produces, because the insulin is the key that opens the door of the cells in your body. It is the key. And once insulin opens to the cell door, glucose leave your bloodstream and move into your cells where you can use it for energy. And for example, someone is obese, it's a lack of balanced energy in the body. The insulin, an obese person, the insulin start to malfunction, even if they didn't have diabetes, because there's not a correct balance of energy in the entire body. So there's a lack of an imbalance of energy going through the entire body that lower the adiponectin, that's the storage of fat, so that until that person ignite the GLP-1, which is a hormone that will raise the adiponectin. And you hear GLP-1 on TV. I can't call names of products. Advertising, they will give it this and give it that and all kind of stuff. So without insulin, without enough insulin, glucose cannot get into the cells, and instead built up in the bloodstream, it lead to high blood sugar and diabetes.
Right.
And there's another word I give it, you know, for me now, I wasn't too bright in school, so they beat me when they asked me how to pronounce diabetes. I said, diabetes. And Stefan, you're too young to know about beating licks in school, because by the time you came along, they stop beating children.
No,
But we
no,
used
no,
to
no,
get
no, no, no. No, don't get. I know I'm looking young, but I'm older than that. I get my fair share of strokes. And nobody go over cane. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, so you get some of it. But they used to beat us mercilessly. You used to like almost corporal punishment. And when they beat you, they used to tell us, shut up, don't make noise.
Yeah. Sure.
Shut up your mouth, don't make noise.
Yeah.
And there's somebody beating you, and you can't respond.
Right.
If you only raise your hand and you touch your teacher, you touch your mother, whatever, you're hitting back. Boy, it's more licks.
Yeah. But I want to, well, we're just about out of time, but I want to remind people that the product is available and it is there to be ordered. I have my fresh stock that I've picked up that Pastor John sent to me, so I'll be back on it. And I got to say, all you got to do is just call or WhatsApp him, on 1516-286-7079. That is 1516-286-7079. And, try it, because the point I wanted to make is that I see a lot of people ailing from all kinds of diseases, and they're spending tremendous amounts of money on all kind of treatments. And then we have people here who, have offered you product for like a drop in the bucket of what those other expenses are. So I mean, you're not going to know unless you try it. You know what I mean? And you're not. I wouldn't. And we're not saying don't try it unless it is explained to you and have a proper understanding of it. And that's why Pastor John is so accessible in terms of his Zoom meetings and so on and so forth. So you can always reach out to him, 1516-286-7079, and find out more and place an order today and try it, man. So, Pastor John, thanks a lot this week, man.
And I hope that person you talk about today, to my heart, I hope he listen or somebody tell him, and I hope he get in contact with me.
All right.
Who that
Thanks a
person
lot.
is. Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah, man.
See you next
All
week.
right.
Bye-bye.
So I'll tell you what, people, we're going to take our final break. When we return, we're going to wrap things up. Stay tuned.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +186 838 located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
Introducing Open Minds Primary School Lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural product number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
Force Caribbean Limited, number 47 Lot 6 Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47 Lot 6 Montu Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Ready to unlock your potential? Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results. At Open Minds, it's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.com.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility, which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, We can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet. Located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, people, so we're back. We're going to wrap things up. We got 5 birthdays, and we're going to get started with Nishal Bim. So happy 21st birthday going out to Nishal Bim, and God's choices, blessings to you, coming from your handsome father and your beautiful mother and the rest of the household. So, happy birthday, Nishal. Also, we got to say happy birthday to Renika. A happy golden birthday to you from your best friend, Cassie. All right? So, Cassie saying happy birthday to Renika. Nice, man. Renika, happy birthday. Also, good morning, Stefan. Just want to send out 2 greetings. One is my mom's 61st birthday. Thank God for blessing her with life, lots of love and continued health and strength. This is coming from a loving daughter, Jada, and husband, Victor Pauline. The other is my aunt, Suzanne, and uncle, Anthony Jadu, on their 42nd wedding anniversary today as well, and wishing many more blissful years from our big family. All right? Nice, man. So our birthday and an anniversary. Yeah, that's the anniversary couple there. Lovely. Then we have wishing Sumi a happy birthday. Sumi is 8 years old today. Love from Auntie Lynn and all of the family in Trinidad and Tobago, USA, Ghana, Barbados, and the UK. All right? And apparently Sumi is an Arsenal fan. Papa, you. Many heartaches for you, my dear. And finally, happy birthday to the E-Boss Nyron. The E-Boss Nyron. He's from Bukmalatris, Lower Santa Cruz, and he celebrates his birthday today. So, E-Boss Nyron, happy birthday, man. Nice. So that's it for today, people. Tomorrow, we are expecting the Wallafield crew. They got the drags coming up this weekend. I think it's the semi-final wrong. I'll find out about that when they come in. We also have Shobi Jasalon will be on, and well, if he set him up, me and he go get where? Raymond Ramnarain also reached out to me, and I told him come in tomorrow. So I don't know if Raymond has to confirm it with me today, but as far as the message went, it appears that he will be on. Apparently, Delina Dan will be touring Africa from June 3rd, so they want to come on and kind of promote that and talk about it a little bit. So Raymond, you're invited tomorrow. Come for 7. Until tomorrow, people, we out. Good morning.